Hi, I'm Chris Bou Saeed, Los Angeles drug crimes attorney. Welcome to CBS Law, where we deliver results, not promises. Let's talk about a more consequential type of drug crime you can be charged with, and that's possession of a controlled substance for purposes of sale or transportation of a controlled substance for purposes of sale. If you're charged with such a crime, the consequences are much more severe because now we're talking about felony violations of, for example, Health and Safety Code 11357, Health and Safety Code 11358, Health and Safety Code 11359. Those carry felony consequences. In other words, a low term upon conviction of 16 months in state prison, a middle term of 2 years in state prison, or a high term of 3 years in state prison, all servable at halftime. What distinguishes a possession for sales or transportation for sales with simple possession will be the existence, in the cop's point of view, of indicia or indicators that indicate this wasn't for personal consumption, but rather for sales. Some of the most common indicators are: 1, the amounts involved. If we're talking about pounds or kilos, the cop is going to opine that couldn't have just been for personal use. Second would be the existence of containers or baggies that would tend to be used by someone to distribute the controlled substance. Third would be if the person was caught with a large amount of currency, like cash, that would seem to indicate they were involved in sales activity. Fourth would be if the cop observed a transaction, or they were able to look through your cell phone and see communications related to sales, or this was an undercover sting, where oftentimes the police will pose undercover on various websites, whether it be on the dark web or otherwise, and basically set up a rendezvous for the exchange of a controlled substance. So, if you find yourself being investigated for, charged with, or you've been arrested for a drug crime, the most important thing you can do is call CBS Law now at 213-800-8005, and together we'll get your life back.